Hi, welcome to English Hamster. Are you learning English? Great. Here we learn through stories. They are simple and interesting. You can improve English while learning knowledge. Remember to subscribe, like and comment. Let's get started.
How did Japan become rich? 1. From war to wealth. Can a country lose everything and become rich again? Yes, it can. Japan is one of the richest countries today. It has fast trains, big companies, and strong money. But not long ago, Japan was poor. After World War II, many cities were gone. People had no homes, no food, and no jobs. So, what happened? How did Japan grow so fast? How did it go from war to wealth? This is the amazing story of a small island country with big dreams. It is a story of hard work, smart ideas, and never giving up. Let's go back in time and see how Japan changed. You will learn about cars, robots, schools, and more. By the end, you will see why the world says Japan is a success story. 2. Starting again after the war. In 1945, Japan lost World War II. The country was in a bad place. Many cities were bombed. People had no homes. Roads and trains were broken. There was not enough food. Children were hungry. Old people were sick. The whole country felt sad and tired. But the people did not give up. They said, "We must work hard and rebuild." It was not easy. Life was slow and hard. Some people lived in small tents. Others shared one room with many family members. But every day they cleaned, fixed, and built. The government also made new plans. They wanted peace. They wanted jobs. They wanted schools. They started with small steps. They built roads and houses. They helped farmers grow more food. They sent children back to school. At the same time, the United States helped Japan. The U.S. sent money and food. They also sent teachers and engineers. They showed Japan how to make things in new ways. The help was part of something called the Marshall Plan. It helped many countries after the war. For Japan, this help was a good start. One big change came in education. Before the war, not every child went to school. After the war, the new law said all children must go. Boys and girls studied together. They learned reading, math, and science. Many children also learned English. A smart country needs smart people, and Japan understood this. The government also changed business laws. They made it easier to start new companies. They told big companies to work fairly. Workers got better pay and more respect. When people had good jobs, they bought more things. This helped the economy grow. Japan started to make simple things first, like toys, clothes, and radios. These things were cheap, but they worked well. People in other countries started to buy them. Factories got busy. More people got jobs. Bit by bit, Japan became stronger. People were proud. They worked with care. They helped each other. And most of all, they believed in a better tomorrow. Even when life was hard, they did not stop. That strong spirit helped Japan move forward. 3. The rise of Japan's industry. After the war, Japan needed jobs. People needed to work. So the country started to build factories. These factories made things like clothes, radios, and tools. They were not big at first, but the workers were careful and fast. They wanted to do a good job. Soon, Japan started to make cars. In the 1950s and 60s, the country built small, cheap cars. These cars did not use much gas. They were good for small roads. People in Japan liked them. Then, people in other countries saw them too. They said, "These cars are cheap and good. Let's buy them." This was the start of something big. The car companies worked hard. Toyota, Honda, and Nissan became strong. The workers used new ideas to make cars faster and better. They checked every car to make sure it was safe. The cars did not break easily. People around the world started to trust Japanese cars. At the same time, Japan made other things: radios, TVs, and later, computers. Sony and Panasonic were big names. These companies wanted to make small, smart, and cheap machines. People loved them. In many homes around the world, you could find a Made in Japan product. One reason for this success was teamwork. In Japan, workers and bosses worked together. They talked, shared ideas, and helped each other. If one person made a mistake, the team fixed it. They did not blame each other. This made the work faster and better. Japan also used robots in factories. These robots helped people do hard jobs. They made work safer and cleaner. Japan was one of the first countries to use robots this way. This made people in other countries say, "Wow, Japan is really smart." The Japanese government also helped. It gave money to good companies. It helped them sell products in other countries. It also helped with science and new ideas. The leaders wanted Japan to be #1 in technology. By the 1970s and 80s, Japan was famous for cars and electronics. Many people had a Toyota car or a Sony radio. Japan was not just a small country anymore. It was a leader in the world of business. The hard work paid off. Japan became rich not because of oil or gold, but because of smart people, good plans, and strong hands. That is why the world started to look at Japan with respect. For the spirit of the people. Japan did not become rich by luck. It became rich because of the people. After the war, Japanese people worked very hard. They also lived very simply. They did not waste food, money, or time. They saved money for the future. They fixed broken things. They helped their neighbors. This strong spirit helped the country grow. Children learned this spirit at home and in school. Parents taught them to be kind and polite. Teachers taught them to work hard and think clearly. Many children went to school 6 days a week. After school, some went to extra classes. Education was very important. People believed that learning could change a life. Students wore uniforms and followed rules. They cleaned their classrooms and helped teachers. This taught them respect. It also made them feel like part of a team. In Japan, the team is more important than the one. People often say, "Think of others first." This idea helped companies and schools do well. Many Japanese people worked in the same company for many years. They were loyal to the company, and the company took care of them. It gave them training, money, and even help with housing. When people feel safe, they can do their best work. This made companies strong and workers happy. And Japanese people also believed in doing things well. A builder made a house with care. A cook made each meal with love. A worker cleaned the street like it was his own home. This love of good work is called shokunin spirit. It means doing your best every time. At home, people lived simply. They had small houses, simple food, and few things. They saved money for school or travel. They did not need big cars or gold jewelry to feel rich. They felt proud when they could help their family or send their child to a good school. In daily life, people were polite. They bowed to each other. They said thank you and I'm sorry often. Even in busy cities, people stood in line and waited their turn. This calm and quiet way helped the country run smoothly. Japan's real power was not in its machines or money. It was in the hearts and minds of its people. They believed in learning, saving, and caring. They worked together. They thought of the group, not just themselves. That is why Japan kept growing strong. 5 big success, big problems. In the 1980s, Japan was very rich. The economy was strong. People had jobs, money, and new things. Land prices went very high. A small piece of land in Tokyo cost more than a big farm. Everyone wanted to buy land and stocks. People thought, we can only go up. But they were wrong. In the early 1990s, the bubble broke. The prices went down fast. Many people lost money. Some lost their jobs. Big companies had problems. For the first time in years, people were afraid. The economy slowed down. It was a hard time. This was called the lost decade. But really, it was more than 10 years. Japan had to learn again. It had to fix old problems. Some companies closed. Others became smaller. Many young people could not find good jobs. People stopped spending money. They were careful again. At the same time, Japan had another problem. The people were getting old. Many babies were born after the war. But later, people had fewer children. Life was busy, and raising a child was expensive. So now, there are many old people and not many young people. This makes life hard for the country. Young workers must take care of many old people. Hospitals are full. Pensions cost a lot. Some small towns have more old people than young ones. In some places, schools close because there are no students. But Japan does not give up. The country is trying new ideas. Some companies are using robots to help old people. Others are asking women to work more. Some towns give money to families with children. Japan is changing step by step. Also, Japanese people are living longer. Many are healthy at 80 or even 90. They walk, read, and work in gardens. Some help in schools or teach crafts. They do not just sit at home. They still want to give something to their country. Japan also looks to the world. More students learn English. More workers come from other countries. Japan is slowly becoming more open. It is learning to mix the old and the new. Even after hard times, Japan stays strong. The people remember the past. They know how to work hard. They believe that with time and care, things will get better. That is the Japanese way. 6. Japan's culture and technology go global. Even when Japan had hard times at home, the world still loved many things from Japan. Why? Because Japan gave the world fun, smart, and special things. These things were not just products. They were part of Japan's heart. One big gift was technology. Japan made fast trains, clean streets, and smart machines. The bullet train, or Shinkansen, started in 1964. It was fast, quiet, and always on time. People from other countries came to ride it. They said, "Wow, this is the future." Japanese companies made strong, small computers. They made game systems like Nintendo and PlayStation. These games were fun for children and adults. People in every country played them. They knew names like Mario, Pokémon, and Zelda. Japan also gave the world anime. Anime means Japanese cartoons, but anime is not just for kids. It tells stories about love, war, school, sports, and dreams. Some stories are happy, some are sad, some are full of action. Many anime shows come from manga or Japanese comics. Children and adults in other countries love them. People also love Japanese food. Sushi, ramen, and matcha are now popular around the world. Japanese food is not heavy. It is clean, simple, and tasty. Many people say, "I feel happy and healthy when I eat Japanese food." Fashion from Japan is also famous. In places like Tokyo, young people wear cool, creative clothes. Some look modern, some look like cartoons, some mix old and new. This style is fun and different. The world watches Japan for new ideas. Japanese movies and music are also strong. Directors like Hayao Miyazaki made anime films that touched people's hearts. His movie Spirited Away won an Oscar. J-pop, Japanese pop music, is fun and catchy. Some singers are now stars in Asia and beyond. Why does the world love Japan's culture? Because it feels special. It is new and fresh, but it also feels kind and deep. It is clean, simple, and full of care. Japan's culture makes people smile. It makes them dream. The Japanese government now supports culture too. They help anime, games, and movies go to other countries. They also invite people to learn Japanese and visit Japan. This helps the country grow, even when the economy is slow. So today, Japan is rich not only in money, it is rich in ideas, stories, and smiles. Its culture touches the world. It makes people happy. This is a new kind of power. Some people call it soft power. But for Japan, it is just sharing who they are. 7. Japan looks to the future. Japan is a country that always thinks about the future. Even after many problems, Japan does not stop. It keeps moving forward. Now, Japan wants to make life better for everyone. It is working on new ideas for cities, the environment, and technology. One big goal is to keep the planet clean. Japan cares a lot about nature. It has clean water, green mountains, and quiet forests. But Japan also knows the world has problems, like too much trash, dirty air, and climate change. So, Japan is trying to be more green. In many cities, people recycle every day. They put paper, plastic, glass, and food in different bags. Some towns have over 10 kinds of trash bins. It sounds hard, but people follow the rules. They want to help the earth. Japan is also making cleaner cars. Some use less gas. Some use electricity. Others use hydrogen, a clean fuel. Toyota has a car called the Mirai. It runs on hydrogen and makes only water. This is good for the air. In homes, many people use solar power. On the roof, there are solar panels that catch sunlight. This gives clean energy for lights, TVs, and hot water. People also try not to waste energy. They turn off lights. They use small, smart machines that save power. Japan also wants to build smart cities. These cities use technology to make life better. Buses run on time. Traffic lights change to help cars move fast. Some shops use robots to serve food or help customers. Some homes can talk to the people. They say things like, "Your door is open," or "The bath is ready." One big dream is a city called Woven City. Toyota is building it near Mount Fuji. It will be a test place for new life. There will be no gas cars, only clean ones. People will use robots, smart homes, and self-driving buses. Trees and flowers will be everywhere. It is a new way to live with peace and technology. Japan also keeps making new machines. There are robots that clean floors, help in hospitals, and teach children. There are also flying cars and small rockets. Japan wants to go to space more and help study the stars. Young people in Japan are full of ideas. They make new apps, games, and green tools. They want to change the world. The government helps them with money and training. The future belongs to them. Japan is not perfect. It has problems like every country, but it has hope. It works hard. It dreams big. That is why people say Japan is small in size, but big in heart and ideas. A small country with a big dream. So, how did Japan become rich? It became rich because the people worked hard. They did not give up. They learned from mistakes. They helped each other. They cared about their work. They also cared about the world. Japan did not have much land or oil, but it had ideas. It had strong hands and smart minds. After the war, Japan built again. It made good cars, clean cities, and great schools. It made games, movies, and robots. It shared all of these with the world. Even when times were hard, Japan kept going. It faced problems like an old population and money troubles, but it found new ways to grow. It used technology and teamwork. It used care and respect. Now, Japan is still moving forward. It wants a clean planet. It wants smart cities. It wants happy people. It wants peace and friendship with the world. That is the heart of Japan. Japan is a small country, but it shows us something big. If you dream, work, and care, you can build something great. Maybe you live far from Japan. Maybe you have never been there. But the story of Japan can teach everyone. It shows that even after hard times, good things can grow. It shows that hope is always there if we look for it. Japan's story is not just about the past. It is about the future, too, and that future is bright.
Hey, if you learned something new today, please give this video a like. Write your thoughts in the comments and subscribe to the channel. It only takes a second and it really helps to create more English videos for you. Thank you. See you next time. Bye.